I'm excited by what Google and the advertising industry has in front of it for 2016. There are a lot of changes, whether it is offline advertising changing or brand advertising becoming very different or mobile creating more opportunity. But I think these are all great things for us to be looking forward to in terms of creating much more efficient advertising mechanisms. So I think it's a pretty great future for us. Everything is dominated by mobile, and so getting mobile search right, getting mobile app advertising right, getting brand advertising on mobile right, and getting the underlying platform of measurement right across all these new categories that we are working on is the biggest challenge and opportunity for us at Google. And in terms of formats, surfacing things better on, say, the mobile search results page, showing the location where that product that you're looking for is actually available in a way that makes sense. I think these will be some of the most important things for us to get right. We're also doing a lot of innovation in brand formats with TrueView, for example. TrueView, you get the chance to skip an ad after 5 seconds, and we charge the advertiser after 30 seconds. Should there be an intermediate format? Okay, should there be a 7-second bumper format? Or should the skip button really come after 3 seconds? Or should the advertiser be charged at a different point in time? How do you bring science to it? So we think there's a lot that can be done in terms of video formats. So the commerce strategy has multiple parts. The first is, of course, getting the shopping portion of that right. This means surfacing the right product that people are looking for. And in general, we see our commerce strategy as one that of a facilitator. We are not a marketplace. We are not a merchant. So we want to get consumers to the place where they can actually consummate their transaction. But on mobile especially, there are some cases where it makes sense for us to have things like the Buy with Google button. But we see that as a continuation of our matchmaker strategy. And we will see a lot of that, and this is also why getting payments right is really important for for my team. So we've made a big investment in Android Pay in terms of getting physical payments. It's out there in the US. It'll roll out to more countries early next year. So those are kind of the two essential elements to the strategy: surfacing the right product information, making sure that payments just works, and then I think you have a really good commerce strategy. YouTube is actually a very, very strong anchor for brand advertising because it is where a tremendous amount of user attention is. And I don't think getting it to be perfect is a finished job yet. So I would say like getting it right, that's kind of a big deal. Once you do that though, all the strengths that I've talked about in programmatic advertising become a natural complement. The same ad that runs on YouTube can now be placed across the web. Those become very natural complements to us, but getting the core of both the format and the measurement part is still the big thing that we have to do. Look, competition is good. It forces all of us to work harder to earn advertising dollars. So competition itself doesn't bother me, but we need to be creating great products, and that's a constant that's a constant challenge. We need to be showing the value of advertising on YouTube and making sure that our advertisers can see the value. We need to be showing the link between mobile advertising and people visiting stores. The great thing about search advertising is technology with search advertising got to a point where advertisers could almost see for themselves how much sense it made for them to invest dollars into it. You could measure the return of every dollar that you spent on search advertising and decide it was good enough for you, and that was the sweet spot that you wanted to be in. So in my mind, our biggest challenge is in making sure that other things that we are doing, whether it's mobile local, whether it's mobile apps, or whether it's video advertising, to bring that level of insight and efficiency. And I think that drives our products forward. Frankly, it also drives the industry forward. I think at least when it comes to ad blockers, I think we are talking about, at the beginning at least, making sure that advertising is not annoying. Okay, I think that is really what drives the growth of ad blockers. It is that ad that completely covers up the page that you want to look at, that irritates users. So I think we will do a pretty good job of addressing ad blockers if the ad experience is felt to be not intrusive, is felt to be not annoying, is felt to be not slow. Of course, on top of that, the more interesting and the more useful the advertising experience is, the more success we are going to have as an industry. But I think these are actually two somewhat different things. So I see the increasing role that mobile phones play as the primary mechanism by which Google is going to be influencing offline advertising. It might surprise you to know that in some polls that in some surveys that we've done, 60% of consumers will actually go search for something that they're seeing on TV right now. So I think mobile becomes a very strong way in which all the offline things that we are seeing actually get funneled in. And I think that basically gives Google a great opportunity to play a role in all of these things. We also have things like TV measurement products that this is part of this company called Odometry that we bought, and we're releasing a new product based on that company's technology. They show the relationship between TV advertising and search behavior. So we use the things that we see in mobile behavior as a way to link together what happens in offline advertising and what people do on their phones. I think 2016 offers a lot of opportunity for Google and other companies in this space, and I think they're all driven by mobile, and I think these will create new opportunities for all the companies involved, new challenges, but also new opportunities. I think that's a great thing to be looking forward to. The most important part of my job is getting our products right, making sure that our consumers like them, and making sure that they're delivering great value for our advertisers. So I would say that's the predominant aspect of my job. Of course, I spend a lot of time talking to people individually, working with people like Philip in our sales team and so on. But in my mind, the most critical part of the job is getting product designed right.